Yes, people, let's get some more light in this subject to blood clot. Hold on, let me push this back a bit. Yeah, man. Big up, big up. Big up to everybody that's joining me at the moment. Still gonna do a match reaction to the game on Wednesday. Liverpool versus the one and only Sunderland. Now, we had a good victory in yesterday's game against West Ham at Upton Park. Not Upton Park. I think Upton Park. At the London Stadium. And listen, rest in peace to Billy Bond, who sadly passed away yesterday. Great player, massive defender, one-man club, literally a one-man club. Stayed at West Ham all his career, even managed West Ham as well. So he's a credit to British football. He's a really credit to English football still. So big up to him as well. Yeah, big up to him. And rest in peace, Billy Bond. Rest in peace. Massive player. Rest in peace. At the moment, we have got Michael in the building. Big up, Michael. Enough love and respect to you, Michael. Also, Michael says, how are we? Well, I can't complain, man. Michael, never walk alone. Big up your chest. Can't complain. Just here, gonna do a match preview for the game on Wednesday. Should be joined by JP and most probably joined by Fuzzy as well. You never know. You never know. Big up, Cop Father, man. Big up. Love. Thanks for jumping on yesterday, man. There's enough love for you for that, man. Thanks for jumping on still. We're doing another one that shows we can jump where you can jump on still. You know what I mean? That was a good little chat we had yesterday. Number 20. Yeah, so let's talk about the game that is happening on Wednesday against Sunderland. And I think if we put the same team out as we put on Sunday, trust me, we'll slap up. We'll slap up Sunderland. Trust me, we'll slap them up. We will slap them, definitely, most definitely. No worries, anytime. Thanks for letting me on. Nah, no problem, man. No problem. No problem, Copfather. That's good. That's a good name, though. Copfather's heavy. That's a heavy name, man. Yeah, listen, if we played like we did on Sunday and obviously put out the same team as we did on Sunday, we will definitely, at the end of the day, right, slap them up. I ain't gonna lie, man. Slap them up with beauty. I think I did a screenshot of my phone by mistake. I'm always doing those sort of things there. And but we got to play the same team. We got to play the same team because the things about it, when you had that team, it had balance to the team, didn't it? It really had balance to the team, and we were screaming out for that. People being played in the right position. And you see what happens. You see what happens. We go down to West Ham and we beat them 2-0. I remember, right, Nuna took 4 points off us last season. Do you know what I mean? He took 4 points off us. So, like, I was like overjoyed with that, obviously, with the result. But things ain't done yet. Things are not done yet. Do you know what I mean? And we have to sort of like be able now to go on a run. That's what I want now. is to go on the run. But the only way we're going to do that is to literally, in the day, right, play people in the right positions. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. It's literally not rocket science. You know what I mean? Just play in the right position. Do you know what I mean? Why you didn't do that before, I don't know. Why you didn't do that before, I don't know. Yes, my brother. Oh, go on.
What's up, bro? Oh,
We're
everything.
getting a family. I'm here, family. I'm here, family. Let
Yeah,
me get
man.
let me get a good background. You know what I mean? Because what you know the thing already.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, there's my background. We've got my background. So how's things with you, bro?
Yeah, well, happy. We got a little win, you know. Always good to see Liverpool get a win under their belt. But yeah, I good. I can't complain now.
Mm.
You know, Christmas season coming up, so you know it's happy days, man. How things on your end?
Nah, it's good. You know what? Do you listen? You went on a show yesterday. I had Copfather on here yesterday, and
Yeah, yeah.
I had Footy Reacts on there yesterday, and something else. I had Paul Smith come on, and something else came on as well. What do you mean? N90, sorry, N90 come on as well. N90 was on yesterday
Mm.
as well, right? And we was talking about the game. Obviously, you couldn't make it yesterday because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know why. You know what I mean? But yeah, what did you think of the game against West Ham? Talk to me.
Well, I was really impressed. Finally, we that is the direction I thought, you know, Slot would have been going through. You see the difference when we let Wirtz be the talisman of the squad. You saw the difference. Instead of just feeding it to Salah, you let the game flow, and it's a big difference. I
Mm,
mean, no disrespect to Salah, but like if Liverpool wants to win trophies, they need to make Wirtz the focal point. Every ball, every time you can feed Wirtz, you have to feed him, just like how the German squad does, just like how Bayer Leverkusen did. And once you do that, your team will be exceptional. Wirtz is one of the best players in the world right now. And if you do not play through him, he will not look good, and then your side will always do bad. And on top of that, Isaac took his goal brilliantly. Even though he had a bad game, in my opinion, right? And that's due to lack of fitness and match sharpness, but his goal was class, right?
mm.
Not many strikers in the world scoring that type of goal. So it was real classy finish, and it looked good. So I'm hoping you know, on Wednesday we can continue similar performances where we play introverts, and let's see how it goes, because that guy on the screen, I'm people surprised. People like, whoa, Wirtz is a player. Remember, I backed Germany as a country, because my country don't really do so well in international tournaments. So I have to, when I watch international tournaments, I have to back teams, you know, and
Yeah.
Germany is one of the teams I back, and I know how, and that I would say yesterday was 75% votes. That wasn't even votes as his full 100% tilt as people. So if people happy with 75%, wait until they see this guy start to step it up a little notch, right? But we have to play through him. If you don't play through him, he will not succeed. You have to make sure that that's why we pay the big bucks. You have to
Mm.
make sure that every time you're trying to find this guy, and once you find him, he will deliver for you. So no worries. But I just hoping that Slot could continue to play that way, play that formation, play through Wirtz, and let's see how it goes going forward.
Yes. Big up
Hey,
Fuzzy,
big up,
man. Big up
Ozzy.
Fuzzy.
Big
Big
up,
up.
bud.
Big up. Love and respect to you, my bro.
Always, bro.
You know what I mean? This tweet come out here. It said Arnie Slot needs to build the team
Yep.
around this generational footballer. What do you think of that, Fuzz?
Of course, I want to. I'm not these type of fans that hold on to things like still Gerrard. People are reminiscing to become a manager and all that stuff. I've moved on. You know what I mean? Just like I've moved on from previous things in life. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? When you keep holding on to things of the past, you become that, and that's why
Yeah.
we were in a 30 years exile, because we kept on holding on to the things of the past. So these new players are the future. So this is what you need to build around. I just wish, can I be honest with you guys, that Salah, won the Premier League last season and he sailed to, go somewhere else. Because, like the more you do things like that, the more your legacy will be intact.
Yeah.
The more you stay around and become nothing, and then people are having a go at you, the more your legacy,
Drops.
goes the other way. And that's what we don't want for Salah and all that stuff. But it's here, it is what it is. Yeah, but I agree, man. The future is bright, you know what I mean, with these players. I don't know if Arne Slot is gonna stay here for the future, you know what I mean? But yeah, we've got to start building around the youngsters now, man. I think 34. I think Salah's gonna be 34 in June. Van Dijk's gonna be 35 in his next birthday. So getting these players, these youngsters, to be the future is the way, because when you prepare early, that means the success will come earlier instead of later. Like what's happening to Man United, you know what I mean? They may not just thought of this. The light just hit now, the light just is being switched on now, it's taken them how many years? Like more than, was it 12, 13 years now? Like to finally realize what's going on, and we don't want to be part of that. When you drop off, it'll take you 12, 13 years to get back to where you was, and we've got the opportunity with these new, obviously, youngsters. So I hope they start building around them now. I've always said it, man. Don't look back, look forward, because that's where we've got to go.
No, facts. Cockfather said the best thing Scott can do now is to connect to us fans in the next game. He's his last chance for a lot of us. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Do you know what I mean? Agree with that. Another one here says people need to accept that LFC future is Verts, Kirkes, Frimpong, Isaac, and Ekatika. I can agree with that as well. That's Jones Caffrey. Make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, my friend. I can agree with that as well. Can you agree with that, JP?
Yeah, facts. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Cockfather says, big up Fuzzy. Cockfather's big up, man. Yeah, he was on the show yesterday, man, and really cool guy.
He messaged me, he told me, I made my debut. I said, that's the way, bro. You know what I mean? Start, coming on shows, man. Don't be shy. I said, Uncle Roz and, all the Liverpool fans are always going to welcome people with open arms. So that's the way it is. We are family at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, of course. And I won't have it any different. Do you know what I mean? I won't have it any different still, and that's why I like to see some of the guys in the chat come on the show. Love to see it. You know what I mean? Love to see it. Jones Caffrey said, an established player should know their time is up. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that, Fuzz?
Oh, yeah, 100%, bro. Like, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say Salah's time is up. I would have loved if Salah, passed on the back. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, passed on, nurtured these players, put an arm around them and, say, you guys are the future. I want to leave this football club that I love to you guys to take it on to the next level, you know what I mean? And keep that success going. That's what I would have loved to see. But after that Frankfurt game, when he was coming on and throwing a tantrum on the sideline, throwing a jump on the floor and all that stuff, it was all around Twitter anyway. You guys haven't seen it. Go and check it out.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that doesn't show to me a guy that's passing on the back. That shows to me a guy that still thinks like he's the main man at the football club. And that has to stop. That has to stop now. We need to look to the future, and pass on the back to the next generation, and that's what I want to see. I'm not all about, as I said, like I'm not a sentimental guy in regards to keeping players. I'm a sentimental in like looking back at success that we had in the past, 100%. You know what I mean? I was there, so I got to enjoy those moments. And before that, of course, I studied it. I studied Liverpool in the past, what they did. Of course, in 1965 is our first FA Cup ever. I didn't even know that. That was crazy. I said, with the history of Liverpool Football Cup, 1965 is our first FA Cup. That's crazy. But yeah, that's all they got to do. Just let the youngsters have their time now, man. It's time, guys. We gave it at the beginning of the season. It hasn't worked out. It's time now to pass on to the next generation. You look at the game against West Ham the other day. Wasn't it refreshing to see dominance finally in a game?
Yeah.
He was shot on target in the game, And we was winning in the air as well as on the floor, battles and all that stuff. First ball, second ball, third ball. It was amazing. I thought it was something refreshing to see finally. But I know my manager, head coach, whatever you call him, he will go back to Salah. He will go back. He's one of those people that always, when things are going good, he's trying to sneak in little things satisfy himself. That's what he's gonna do. We know that.
No, but Fuzzy, everything you said there, I agree, and this is why I think Salah could have at least another year with us. I mean, next year does it. So, like for me personally, in Anfield against Sunderland, this is a type of game that you could probably put Salah in because it's not a strong opposition. At Anfield, the crowd is there with us, but these games away from home where we need to defend. There were a lot of games like the Chelsea away, who we played away again, Brentford, where you need to have a solid team in defense and attack, and you can't have any passengers away. When you're at Anfield and the crowd supporting you, you could afford to take risk, and because you at home and Salah's a quality player. Yeah. But when we are away from home, bench Salah, and when we home, you play him. So that way he's getting rest. And we have a little more solid defense going away from home, and we could churn out results because we are away from when we at Anfield play him, but when we are away from home, don't play. If we play in a weak side away from home and you want to dominate, all right, fine, you play him there. But once we play in the Arsenals, the Bayern Munichs, the Real Madrids away from home, we can't have any passengers because remember they are quality sides too, and they will be pressuring us. So we need to be solid in defense and not have people not wanting to run back and stuff. So for instance, if we had a Frimpong supporting Bradley in the Chelsea game, we either draw or win that game. But because we had Salah in the Chelsea game away, that's why we lost, because Cucurella came out and said, we knew Salah wasn't going to come back and defend. So that's why we attacking down that side. And where did the goal come from? Straight down that side. Bradley had no help. Straight to Cucurella, crossed the ball, and Esteval scored. So Salah still has a role to play, but if it was up to me, I would play Salah only at Anfield, and if there are weaker oppositions away from home. Any strong opposition away from home, Salah, sorry, we need everybody to be on board because we need the energy and we need defenders. Yep. And just like how we did in the West Ham game, we had a solid defense. What happened? We keep a clean sheet. Yep. Right? Because we had that defense solidity there. So let's just see. Rods, this quote real? I see that's a real quote. Slot said that.
This is why I get paid 100. I paid 125 million for Isaac. He saves my job tonight, and I can put food on
family for
another week.
I don't think that's real.
That's not real quote. It's not real quote. I just found that on Twitter. So somebody's capping, man. Somebody's capping around here.
That's not real.
That's funny though. It's funny though.
But JP, you're spot on what you just said, bro. You're spot on what you said. Like, there's certain games you could play Salah, and there's certain games you can't play Salah. I think like dismissing Salah completely is the wrong thing to do, because you went into the season with him playing for Liverpool. You didn't go into the season for him to be, ousted out and be embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand. Like I said, in the beginning of the season, he left, in a good way. Like, I got you the Premier League. Thank you very much. It's time to go. But it hasn't happened like that. So don't disrespect him. Obviously, there's games he has to play. Let's get back to winning ways, and then slowly probably getting back into games. That's a strong possibility that we can win, if you know what I mean. And Sunderland at home is probably one of them. But the away games are the issue at the moment. We're not winning a lot. I think we won twice. I remember it's Newcastle and this game recently. I don't remember any other game we won away from home in the Premier League.
No, only Newcastle. No.
Yeah, so we just got to prepare ourselves. You know what I mean? He's only doing stuff right now on his slot that we should have done 10 games ago. You know what I mean, guys? This should have been 10, 9, 7, or 8, 7 games ago, but he still refused to do it because he's too proud. You know what I mean? When the thing with this Arne Slot guy is, and this is why I lost hope in him. You know what I mean? Like, I was one of the pro Arne Slot guys that's giving him opportunity to manage the team and give us, some success. is when I realized that when the press push him, like the reporters push him, he retaliates in the wrong way. Instead of ignoring it, he retaliates, and that's why he's losing his, stature as a manager at Liverpool, because there's too much of like, oh, why are you not playing this player? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And all that stuff, and he just retaliates. And oh, you won the league with Jurgen Klopp's team, Jurgen Klopp's tactics, so he's tried to stray away from that. You know what I mean? It's just too much of retaliation instead of like being a smart manager and getting the team like. Why can't you stick with the Jurgen formation for now until you could eventually transition to your formation? You know what I mean? Because things you got to crawl. JP and Uncle Ross, you got to crawl before you walk in it. That's how life is education. Life is education. You learn things as you go along. And this head coach, he fell for the trap. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought he was going to ignore the press. You know what I mean? When they keep putting pressure on him, still talking about Jurgen and all that stuff, but he hasn't. Because every single time he says, I don't want to go against my principle, which means he tried to implement his own ideas to get away from the Jurgen, structure that was already in place, which he failed at dramatically. Let's just be honest. And now look at him. He looks like an idiot. Now he has to go back to playing, negative football, which is against his principle, as he always says, and starting, like that. And now, like, he's winning. And people are asking him that question, why did he do this in the first place? I mean, if you did this 10 games ago, probably you'll be in a better position and you'll have a better winning ratio as well at the same time. But it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you wake up too late and then time goes by. Now he's, what the saddest thing is, JP and Uncle Rods? He's in borrowed time now.
Yeah. No room for error. A draw not even good for us now. We just need to win, because any drop points just adding the pressure onto you.
Yep.
So no room for error at all. Because everybody talking about Verts Isaac, but I found Joe Gomez was that was a real good performance by Joe Gomez, but it was like a natural defensive wing back right. Because he got an assist, he sent in some good crosses.
And he was part of the first goal as well. It was his throw-in that got back to me.
There was a play. There was a play in the first half where Verts, McAllister, and Szoboszlai linked up in the midfield, and then Verts sent a through ball for Joe Gomez, and Joe Gomez sent in a one-time cross, and I think the keeper had to save it from getting to Isaac. That was some beautiful. So it just goes to show why I had Szoboszlai playing right back all that time when he could have just done that, So I don't know, boy. I really don't.
It's called arrogance and stubbornness. That's what it's called, my friend. And that's what gets you. Remember, I said it before, guys. Stubbornness gets you the sack. Stubbornness turns those people that's loyal to you.
That? There you go. No, it's just from a thing. Yeah, he's in my bloody charger. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not freaking charging, man. Freaking charging.
Maybe it's the plug. Take the plug, push it in or something.
No, pushed it in and it's pushed in, but it's just not catching. You know what I mean? Just like coming off, then come back on again, low battery. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe turn off the phone and turn it back on. Maybe something like that.
It's fucking stupid. This is.
Just turn the phone and turn it back on. Maybe that's what you need. But you know what I mean, JP? Like, it's a stubbornness, mate. It's arrogance. And I always thought when I looked at Arne Slot, I like what I see because he looks calm. I mean, he could be a longevity manager that's going to be in the club for a long time because he doesn't need adrenaline like Jurgen needed. Jurgen is an adrenaline junkie. You know what I mean? So he needs to be hyped for him to get him up for games. But this guy, I thought he was cool and calm. Doesn't listen to the outside noise.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, every press conference that I listen to him, JP, he's always talking about what they said. If I say something, they might say something. You know what I mean? They might say I'm negative. He keeps saying things like that, and you could see his outside noises that affected him, and that's a detriment to his management, man, because he listened to people from the outside, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Gomez is not a new player. Gomez is the longest serving player at Liverpool Football Club. Yeah. If you played him earlier at that right back position, maybe all those long balls and long throws, he could have dealt with it. You know what I mean? And that's what we struggled with.
Just proper facts, and like you said, like, because he has this demeanor about him where he's always cool, calm under pressure, or when he's winning, he's not over the top. When he's winning, he has that kind of, yeah, I would say slight arrogance in terms of, you're good at your job and you do it. But at the end of the day, simple things helps you through in life, no matter how good you are. And when you try to overcomplicate something as simple to me as making a right back play his normal position or his normal style, right? It worked in the past. A lot of teams got success with overlapping wing backs. You come in with this new philosophy now where you want to have underlapping wing backs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when we did that against Real Madrid, Bradley was overlapping a lot of the times. And look at the success that we had. The next game you come back, Kirkes and Bradley underlapping, and you want to know why we lost the match. Because you're moving away from the basics, and you're not understanding that the simple things will get you through, right? So I was so happy when because I actually saw a lot of the Liverpool players passing to Boots. It's like, when you're trying to force pass to somebody as well. So that's actually instruction where just find Boots, just give him the ball. Kanate from deep, pinging the ball into Boots. And I was saying, right, thank you that they are finally understanding that this guy is our future. And once he gets a foothold on this team, he is going to feel comfortable, and these are the kind of performances that you're going to see. A lot of people didn't understand that just because he didn't get GA didn't mean that he have a good game, because that's not the player Wirtz usually is. You see, like how he created the space for Gakpo to get the assist. That is the type of player Wirtz is. So he will naturally get goals and assists in the future. But you see how he links up the play. He gets the assist before the assist, the pass before the assist. That's the type of player he is. And once you channel your team to play through him, your team will be one of the best teams in the world, guaranteed. No doubt about that. So it is what it is. Let's see if Slot will continue to utilize these two. Those two on that thing, that Isaac strike was like, I was blown away. That's the reason why we paid the big bucks. No normal striker, Fuzzy, scoring that type of goal.
Oh, hell no.
Normal striker. Right? Only quality strikers score
That's the
those.
only place he can score that goal, and he did it. First time as well. He didn't take a touch.
Yeah.
That's clinical at its best. Not many strikers have that, and Isak has always had that. If you look at him at Newcastle and before that, he was always scoring goals like that. He could do anything. He could do like 2-touch kind of strike. He could do 1-touch strike. He could do dribbling sometimes if he needs to. He's got more in his game than what we seen at Liverpool so far. But then again, now, like if you look at Isak, the manager said enough now. It's time to play.
Yeah,
we're gonna see more of him now. There's no more like coming off the bench and all this stuff. He wants him to play now, and thank God he did, because I wish he stayed on longer. When they got to 10 men, he could have probably got another goal.
Yeah. But once you start him in Sunderland,
going forward, you have to start now. No more. He's been at the team for a few months and all that bullshit. I mean, now start him. He's got his first goal. The team looks like they're building towards him instead of like towards the right wing all the time. But this is the way forward, guys. This is the future, and this is what we've got to do. We got. Let me say something to you guys here. I didn't mind, the players that we signed. You know what I mean? I wish we did this, slow transition. You know what I mean? From the old team to the new players, like slowly integrate them into the team instead of like pushing them out straight away. That's what I would have done. But now we're in so much trouble. I don't care. As long as we get a win, I don't care how we do it now. If it has to be a boring game and all that stuff, we went against everything that we did last season. We tried to do a different kind of football, and it hasn't worked. You know what I mean? And that's what killed us the most. Now, we're not playing the most attractive football, but we're playing effective football that we did yesterday, or the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday. So now let's just stick with that. Make sure like we get the wins on the board and just claw back those points. Arsenal's what is it? 9 points ahead of us.
9 points, yeah.
I think we're about 5 points off the top 4 or something like that. So why not just, or 4 points? I think it was. Just go and claw back the points, man. And see where we go from there. Listen. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys we're gonna win the Premier League. The way we've been performing this season, we ain't gonna win the Premier League. But you know, getting points back is a strong possibility, considering what we used to do against a better team, which is Man City. We was 14 points behind them at one stage, and we clawed it back to 1 point. So it can happen, but it just depends on how we go on about things. Are these players gonna have a meeting? Are these players gonna say, you know, let's all galvanize and everything like that, and try get those points back? Because we've got Arsenal after, was it 8 games? We've got Arsenal very, very soon as well. So
you beat Arsenal.
Maybe if we beat Arsenal, that's a big statement. If we win the rest of the games that we have now, which is a strong, it's a strong possibility, isn't it? The games ain't hard in normal circumstances. These are the type of games we've been struggling with recently, if you know what I mean. But if we start winning and start beating these teams, because don't forget, West Ham was in a good run before they faced us, guys. You know what I mean? I think they got 2 wins and a draw before they faced us. But limiting them to a 0 shot on target, especially when their former manager, their former player passed away, you expect the players to be up for it. And we did that to them at their home ground. That means we could do that to anybody, if you know what I mean. Let's just go back to basics. Be humble. Fight for the balls that you're going for. Fight for the challenges. Fight for everything, and then we'll see where we end up in January, especially when the transfer window is open. And then we could see if we could sign players that's gonna
if they got Gay or Semenyo.
Put these players under pressure when we're playing out of form, if you know what I mean. Because if someone's on the bench that's going to take your place, do you think those players are going to play badly? Hell no. They're going to have to up their games. So there's a lot of work ahead, guys. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here and tell you we are back. We ain't back.
Far from it. I mean, we in that situation where no room for error, and that once you're in that no room for error, the pressure is on you, because naturally points will be dropped throughout the season, right? So the job for a title winning team is to try and mitigate how many points that you can drop it by your own doing, right? So if you could be solid defensively, you're going away from home, let's say you go to a ground that you're not expected to win, you end up pinching a win or you get a draw. These are the kind of things. So for me, 9 points, once it's single digits, I don't count myself out of a title race, right? Especially not before Christmas, right? So it means that, let's say, because form is not on our side and the way we playing, we not nowhere back. But how I look at it is that the quality of players we have on our team, if we set up in a way where we have Isaac, Wirtz behind, solid defensively, we have a team that can go on it's not out of the realms for them to go on a 13-game winning streak. That team. Right? So if you have that team at your disposal, right, and let's say we go to Arsenal, we claw it back to 6 points going into January, 6 points behind Arsenal, right? That is a title race. That's you in a title race if you're 6 points behind the first place team in January. Nobody can tell me different. I've seen teams claw bigger deficits than that when they were in January. I've seen that same team, Arsenal, bottled a higher point total in April to a Man City team, which was more than 6 points, right? So anything can happen. I mean, I'm not going to, just like how you said, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win the Premier League. No, because I also know from our form and our expectations that we had from the start, things didn't work out and we have a lot more points to drop going down in the end of the season, right? So we will drop points as well. But our goal is to try and see if we can get as close to Arsenal as possible, one, get our team solid in defense so that we could give the likes of Isaac and Wirtz to give us a platform to score goals and win matches, right? Fuzzy, we have one of the best attacks in world football.
Not in Premier League,
right?
world football.
Right. Yeah. It's like if I don't want to say the best in the world, but like we have one of the best attacks in world football once we get it right.
Yep.
So all we need to do is keep a clean sheet, and we have opportunities to score.
100%.
Right.
100%.
So I mean, I just glad my manager decided to make those changes, play through Wirtz, and you know, Isaac looks like he's up and running. Form is temporary, but class is permanent, and his class was out for everybody to see with that goal.
Yeah.
And I just hope he could press on from now. Strikers are informed. My only little, you know, criticism or you know, it's not really a criticism, but my only little, you know, quirk is that Etatike has to be the one to miss out.
Yeah,
Right?
they'll find a place for him. Yeah, Katika is a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me hold on to that thought. Let me just read the message. Uncle Ross will be back in shortly, guys. He needs to like change his laptop at the moment because he's having struggles with it. He says, "This is from Ant." He says, "Fozzie, is that true? Peter Bears in 87, 88, similar criticism of Bert's." A lot of people got criticism back in the day. You know what I mean? Because we started good actually. I remember we started good. Peter Bears, I don't know if he started the season. I swear it's Paul Walsh that started. It's so long ago, guys. 87. Come on, bro. I was just a baby myself. You know what I mean? I was 7 years old. That's when I started understanding football. You know what I mean? Yeah, Peter Bears got criticism, but eventually people changed their mind when he started playing on a regular basis and building that partnership with John Aldridge. They became unstoppable at front.
Yeah,
they were brilliant together. So yeah, everybody gets in the beginning. Ant, if you're coming to a new club and you don't know the system, it takes a while for you to understand.
Yeah.
It's like John Barnes. When he came to John Barnes, no Liverpool fan wanted him. You know what I mean? Those times were different. Don't get me wrong, because you know there was a lot of off the pitch stuff that people used to target people for. Obviously, color of the skin and all that stuff. But when they started seeing John Barnes playing, they changed their mind quick. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
When they see this guy dribbling past, Queen's Park Rangers and Arsenal away. You know what I mean? Past, all those Arsenal defenders, with Adams and all these guys, and David Seaman in goal for Queen's Park Rangers back in the day. He was like making them look like fools, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So listen, the criticism is part of the game, but we need to be careful how we go on about things, because if you're early, if you're judging players on 13 games, then you need to look at yourself as a football person, which is lack of knowledge. You know what I mean? Everything takes time. Zidane, I remember Zidane in '96, Euro '96. Zidane was one of the worst performers in Euro '96, and people said, why did Juventus buy this guy from Bordeaux? He's not even that good. And all of a sudden, as soon as the league started, Juventus, Zidane was one of the best midfielders they've ever seen, and they changed their minds quickly about him. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with things like that. As for the one that there, he says, Fozzie, who would win out of the 87, 88 and 2019-20? 87, 88. They were too good, man. It's like what a lot of people used to say. It was like watching Brazil when you had John Barnes and Peter Beardsley, Ray Howe, and Ronnie Whelan, John Aldridge. It's like watching Brazil, man. They were that good. Trust me, guys. If you haven't seen that 5-0 game against Nottingham Forest, I suggest you go back on YouTube and watch that game. Then you'll see the most perfect football in probably English football history. That's how good it was. There was a guy called Tom Finney. He used to play, I think, Preston. He was a legend around the game. He said that was the most beautiful exhibition I've ever seen of football. You know what I mean? So if a legend like that is saying things like that, you know what I mean? 87, 88 team will walk over anybody. It was every position was the best position in that team, from goalkeeper, Bruce Grobbler, all the way to John Aldridge, a striker. So I think that team will batter any Liverpool team in any era. I think 100%.
So Tom Finney, he was a G,
Yeah, man.
He was a G back in the days, man. So Tom Finney was a G back in the day. That's what Gary Lineker modeled his game on Sir Tom Finney. He was a prolific striker back in the days, boy. We're talking about what, 40s and 50s. You know what I mean? Them times there. Listen, that man that set the trend in the family.
Yeah, man.
They set the trend. You know what I mean? I was just talking about, like, when I opened the show, Fuzz. I had to say R.I.P. to to Billy Bonds.
Oh
Yeah.
You'll
I'm
never
from here. I'm from here. Like when I was a youth player, he was the manager. When I used to be a youth around the West Ham team, like when I was a little kid. Yeah. When I first came to this country, I went to the West Ham. I used to live in East Ham, innit? So I used to walk across and Billy Bonds. I remember when I was a kid when West Ham used to play in the old First Division when the Premier League started. Do you remember Trevor Morley and that? Trevor Morley, that striker they used to have at front and all that stuff. And yeah. He was the manager back then. Yeah, Billy Bonds. What a man. What a man. He's rest in peace.
You'll never get players like that again. You know, a one-man club. He played for the club. He come for the system. Played for the club, and actually managed the club as well. He just stayed. He was West Ham through and through. Do you know what I mean? He was Mr. West Ham. Jones Caffrey says Salah not being on the pitch gave new players freedom to play. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, well, it's facts. Is once you don't have.
Don't you guys think we need to be careful with that? Like it's
Salah not give new players freedom to play.
I blame Salah for
that's what I'm saying. Is not the Salah being on the so like okay. So for instance, let's say we start Salah in the Anfield game. What it is that you have to give the person who is the most capable of carrying a team the responsibility to carry the team. What we have done is that since January to now, we have been given Salah the responsibility of, you take the ball, you get us the goals, you get us the assists, you create. Salah is not that player anymore, so we have to use the talents like Isaac and Etitike and Wirtz to help him to continue to get this team better, right? Because remember, we have a title-winning team that we just dismantled with the loss of Nunez and Diaz. So we have new players coming in, and now Salah needs to get accustomed to these new players to get them to be on track. So just like Fuzzy said, blaming Salah, it's easy to say, well, all right, Salah on the pitch, Liverpool playing well. No, that's not the problem. The problem is, if Salah's on the pitch, Salah himself has to realize that he has help now to help him win games. And then the coach as well have to form a system to help us facilitate Salah not running back and get someone like Wirtz on the ball or have a box midfield, four midfielders to protect something to get Salah to be on the pitch and we can win games. Right? At the end of the day, Salah is still a quality player. If you looked at the Atletico Madrid game, when we beat them at Anfield, that's what Salah could do once he's on it, right? So he's not totally out of it. My personal preference is that I would only play Salah when we have games at Anfield, and when we are away from home, we bench him to save the legs and to be a little more solid defensively away from home. And when we have a game at Anfield, we could be playing who at Anfield? Real, Barca, PSG, whoever. Once we have a game at Anfield, play him. When we are away from home, set up defensively.
I'll even question the games at Anfield. Like we have to know what teams to play.
Yeah.
No, I guess what teams. Sorry, not just playing at Anfield for the sake of playing him. Yeah. There's a lot of teams that come to Anfield and make it difficult for us to play. They deeply understand this is what we struggle against. This is why Salah doesn't play, because he gets doubled up on the right hand side. So if like it's that JP said, if it's someone like that plays open, expansive football, like they play their own game, which is like technical, high flying, they have no respect for the team they're facing, like Real Madrid did. It's fine. Salah can play in those type of games, but when it's low block, those ones are the ones we need to question, home and away. It's not just that away, at home as well. He struggled with those ones. So listen, at the end of the day, guys, like this game, I think opened up a lot of eyes. I think it should open our head coach's eyes, but we've seen him before go back to that, exciting fullbacks midfielder, centre back midfielder football again. and mess up the whole system that we put in place just to prove us wrong. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to prove us wrong, that his tactics are better than what you think it is. But yeah, Salah, listen, I'm not gonna be that type of fan that's gonna completely axe him. We just got to be careful how we put him on the pitch. If it's a game, like JP said, open, expansive football, teams come to play their own game, they've got no respect for us in that way, then play him in those games. Like Sunderland have been playing phenomenal football this season. They're not really a deep line defending team, but they play exciting at the same time as well. He'll be fine in that game because they're not going to double up on him. They will play their football. And if you watch them against Bournemouth the other day, they were 2-0 down. They came back and beat Bournemouth 3-2. You know what I mean? So they do play that type of football. But yeah, go on, sorry about that, man.
No, good. There's a question here for you, actually, Fozzie. Who will win our 87-88 team or our 19-20 team?
He's talking about the Mane, Salah, and I already answered that to him, to be fair, when he was away, Unks. I told him the 87-88 team, there's no one, even the greatest Liverpool team, like with Ian Callaghan, Ray Kennedy, Alan Kennedy, Graham Souness, would struggle against that exciting Kenny Dalglish team from 87 to 88. So yeah, I think 87. If you want to look, guys, if you guys want to know Liverpool, in regards to who was the most exciting team in the eras that we always talk about, 87-88 team was the most exciting team that ever existed at Liverpool Football Club. Like I said, it was like watching Brazil. That's how good it was.
Yeah. Jones says, I want Semenyo and Gueye. Obviously, he's going to be in January. We need them. Yeah, with you. He also says, 14, watch you come on, like the stream. Yeah, man, like the stream, man.
Yeah, we definitely need Semenyo and Gueye. Obviously, one is a defender who should have signed in the beginning of the transfer window, not like last day of the transfer window. And then you look at Semenyo, I don't know why people are underestimating that transfer. It's kind of strange in my opinion. Think about it this way, yeah? You bring a winger in, you bring 2 in 1, but basically, or actually 3 in 1, because he could play behind the striker as well. So if you get Semenyo in, and then Gakpo and Salah underperform, who are our current wingers at the moment,
facts.
Do you think like he won't put pressure on those two? You know what I mean? So either one underperforms, he will come in and obviously take their place. And that's one thing those players don't want, especially in a World Cup year as well. So signing both of them will make Liverpool stronger, in my opinion. So get them as soon as possible. January transfer window opens, pay that 65 million for Semenyo and pay that whatever 25 million for Gueye. Like what's upset about the Gueye transfer? They were £5 million away from signing him, and they refused. But put yourself in an ideal world. When the player was on, when he had a contract, obviously a long-term contract, how much would you pay Gueye for? Probably 75 million, 80 million. I mean, so you're already getting reduced price anyway. Just pay that money to give you success. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Me too. Me personally, it's because you're already getting a discount for the player. Because to just get to say you're doing a 5 on you as you say here in the Caribbean, you're pinching or chucksing on a little 5. No man. I didn't expect that at all.
Hey, Georgie Dread TV. I'm gonna give you a link, and I want to do a show with you still, bro. I'm gonna give you a link.
Big up, bro. Man. I know this guy when he first started. I messaged him on Instagram. Very, very nice guy, man. Very nice guy.
I'm gonna give him a link still.
Football community, Unks, innit? Football community. We're all family, man.
Yeah. And I give him a link. So big up, Geordie Dread TV. And make sure you guys go over there and hit the like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to his channel. Show him some support. He's doing some brilliant stuff over in his channel. Trust me. Give him some support. What we've got here now, we have got TRS Vivo says, I believe this season, was it who's that?
Who's this?
Makaleli is talking about.
The best centre half of the season. Which one's who's that guy there? Not the old club Makaleli, is it?
No, that's probably,
Bro,
I'm not familiar with our centre back.
I'm not, you know.
Probably in
Like,
Germany
wait,
or something.
no, by the way, he's a winger, and he's not a centre half.
yeah, I don't know. Sorry, can you
Let me
let's
just
go on then? Yeah,
I'll check it out. Carry
yeah.
on.
Have a look at that
Mhm.
and see if you can find it. See if you can find it. Yeah, see,
Let me
find
see if
that
I
guy.
can find it.
Oh, right. Seeing the Hillsborough documentary, Donny our cup.
Oh,
Oh, the
Sunderland.
Sunderland player. Sunderland player, yeah.
Yeah.
Sunderland player. Okay, I'll get you. Yeah. I don't know their names, innit? I haven't studied their names.
Yeah.
He has been phenomenal.
But
He
we
has
will
been.
see him. We will see him today. We will see him Wednesday, I guess.
When is there? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how he holds up against Isaac.
Yeah, true. Facts. That is facts. That's big facts. You know what I mean?
Sorry, guys. We don't watch Sunderland a lot. I only watch them once.
Yeah, me too. I never. I haven't. I think I saw them play once.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do it because I was doing a live watch along. But yeah, I don't really know
But
their
you know,
names.
I think Sunderland got a new batch of players, didn't they? They got a whole new batch of players. Cause remember, Thing's brother used to play for them, innit?
Bellingham.
Yeah, Bellingham's brother used to play for them. Drew Bellingham, and he's called
Jordan Henderson. We bought Jordan Henderson from there as well, and Millionaire.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Billy Bonds managed Millwall. I didn't know that. Big up Wayne. No, that's Christian. Big up Christian. Sorry, love and respect. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Ian Callaghan appearance for us, never be beaten. Yeah, he had enough
over 900 games. Hell no.
Yeah, enough, man. Yeah, enough. Fuzzy, I agree. Fuzzy agreed. The 87-88 team was insane. So someone's agreeing with you there, boys.
Listen, it was the most perfect team I've ever seen in Liverpool, man. I love the way we played in the wings. I love the brutal side in the midfield as well. We had this guy called Steve McMahon. Like, he was the hardest, one of the hardest players in Liverpool's history. You know what I mean? Like Graham Souness kind of type. But people forget how nasty Ronnie Whelan was. Ronnie Whelan, the Irish international. Yeah, bro, he was nasty, bro. He used to basically he replaced Ray Kennedy on the left. You know what I mean? When Ray Kennedy obviously left Liverpool. If you guys don't know who Ray Kennedy is, there's a reason a lot of players wear the number 5. It's because of him. Let me just put it that way. Even Zidane wore number 5. You know what I mean? They pay homage to Ray Kennedy. So Ray Kennedy left.
That's the one we bought from Arsenal, wasn't it?
Yes, he was a striker, and we turned him into the left-sided forward, basically inside left side. You know what I mean? He was a left winger, but inside left. He scored a lot of goals technically. Oh my goodness me! And he was a leader.
He was sick. He was sick.
Man. Yeah. Ronnie Whelan replaced him on the left, scored in, I think, the cup final, when he curled in the top corner. I'm sure it was the Milk Cup. And then he transitioned into a DM with Steve McMahon. Them two in the middle, nobody messed with them. Nobody messed with these two. And Ray Houghton on the right, inside forward. Ooh.
God damn.
And you got Steve Nicol on the right, right back, and you got Gary Ablett in the left back position. Allen and Lawrenson, Allen and Gillespie. Hansen I'm talking about, and Gillespie at the back. Bruce Gobber in goal. I know all the players because I watched this team. I idolize this team. I could name you the starting 11 to Barry Venison on the bench. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that team, nobody can touch them, man. Nobody, man.
And Dicko says, Fuzzy, do you remember the famous Dalglish goal that won
Chelsea away, that chest, and he banged it in? Come on, man. Of course, when Chelsea used to have a car park at the back of their goal, ambulance and all that stuff. Come on, man. Chelsea fans don't know that. They used to have a car park at the back of their goal with the ambulance always there waiting for an injured player and all that stuff. Yeah, when Kenny Dalglish scored that goal, when he chested it and then just banged it in, of course, man. Hell yeah. And I think that team was struggling that season as well. I think they were like similar to this season. I think they were about 12th in the league. And then I think the players had words with each other. And all of a sudden, when they had those words, they just climbed up that league and they won the league. I'm telling you. Go check it out, guys. Like, some miracle things do happen. They were at the same position as we are now. Like when we started, obviously before the West Ham, around 12, something like that. The players, Kenny Dalglish had word with the players had word with each other, and all of a sudden they just climbed that league and they won the league against Chelsea that game. Crazy, man. Crazy stuff happened.
I tell you, boy. Sunderland players going AFCON, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, you buy Africans, that's what happens, man.
Yeah.
I am African myself. I'm the only African here, guys. So, well, African, not like, you know, Caribbean. Yeah. So,
yeah, this guy said, Real Reggae says, bless up Rods and bless up Rods panel and chat. Is that a Trini accent there?
Yeah, brother.
Yes, it is. Real Trini accent, no carbon copy. Real Trini, you know what I mean? You understand? Real Trini, man. You get me? Let's look at some of the chats before we get to the player lineup. Aldridge as well brought in what was it HR?
I don't know. What's HR, Ant?
Yeah.
Oh, Aldridge was as well brought in. Wasn't he? Yeah, he was brought in. I think a season before John Barnes and Peter Beasley and that. So he was already at the club from Oxford, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Aldridge, if you look at Aldridge's goals, guys, per game for Liverpool, it's out of this world. Then he went to Real Sociedad and battered everybody in Spain. Aldridge was a great player, man. Underrated. That's what I'm going to say. Underrated player.
I'm gonna send Footy the link coming for a couple of what's he saying? Gillespie, remember Gillespie coming as well?
Yeah, man. Gary Gillespie, of course, man. He replaced Lawrenson because I think Lawrenson was injured a lot. So Gary Gillespie came in and took his place. Two giants at the back, Hansen and Gillespie, man. From Lawrenson and Hansen, that partnership was feared around the world back in the day, Hansen and Lawrenson. But Gillespie came in and did his bit, man. And the left back was that great Gary Ablett who passed away a few years ago.
Oh yeah,
rest in peace. You know what I mean? He plays for Everton as well. But great guy, Gary Ablett.
Footy, I just sent you the link, man, so you can jump in whenever you're ready. I'll just see when what's up the link.
Oh, John Aldridge in the league, yeah, guys. Let me tell you John Aldridge's goal in the league only, yeah. I don't know what he did outside that. I'm only looking in the league. 83 games, 50 goals.
Fucking hell.
And then he went to Real Sociedad, 63 games, 33 goals.
Fuck me.
Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about that, like how good John Aldridge was. You know what I mean? Like his goal to games is like a goal every game kind of thing, like ratio. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's underestimated, underrated John Aldridge, man. But I'll check the amount of goals. But
very underrated. No, very underrated. Remember our right back who broke his leg in the 80s?
Jim Beglin.
For us versus Everton, it's fuzzy.
Jim Beglin, of course, I know. Come on, man. You're talking about the real Liverpool fan here, you know, the originals. Jim Beglin, isn't it? He's in the commentary nowadays. Come on, man. Everybody knows that.
Irish guy, Irish international.
Test me, Ant. Hey, you're trying to test me, bro. Wrong person, man. Go do that to Hussein. Probably he will struggle, but not me, man.
Then says,
I'm only joking.
What about John Toshack?
Toshack and Keegan.
Little large, isn't it?
Ooh, Josh. Listen, I met Kevin Keegan. I want to do with what the old players do. They organize a sit down with them. You know what I mean? They do they talk about their careers. And I met Kevin Keegan. What a lovely guy, man. What a lovely guy. If you haven't seen Kevin Keegan talk, go. I advise you to go and watch him, man. Like and talk to him. Brilliant guy. The man of the 70s, you know what I mean? He got us the first European Cup. Kevin Keegan. Toshack and Keegan. Listen, every strikers at Liverpool was like based on them, Keegan and Toshack. And then it was Kenny and Rush. You know what I mean? And yeah. I could never say anything but good things about Kevin Keegan and Toshack. As you guys are aware, I think Toshack is ill, and he's pretty ill. And Real Madrid, paid a tribute to him. Obviously, he was their manager for a while as well. So, just just keep an eye on your old players, man. Don't dismiss them. They're the legends while we're here. That's why we shout about 6 and 20 because of them. They done the dirty work.
And Dicker said, I watched a goal the other day. Hansen, own half, literally chipped ball over opposition midfield defense when then put it side. Unreal. Watching it. Yeah, he got some ballers back in the day, man. This is why we support Liverpool, because we set trend.
Yeah, man.
Footy, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, lads. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I'm doing all right, mate. Hope you're well yourself.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
just gonna do a match. Just doing a match reaction for the game. Tomorrow. Be tomorrow now, Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I'm just talking about some obviously old players. Fuzzy, do you think Older and Rush could have been a good partnership?
They were too similar. They would have been all right. I don't think in the old days it was little and large, innit, Unks? It was little and large, innit? You need a guy who's a number 7/number 10 kind of, who could create chances and all that stuff, and a striker that can score goals. So that's why Ian Rush and Dalglish worked. That's why Toshak and Keegan worked. That's why who else is it? Aldridge and Beardsley worked. So you're gonna need a little and large, but when it's two out and out strikers, it's very difficult, because you're going to say to yourself, who's going to take the lead as a striker? You know what I mean? So you're going to confuse yourselves every single time. One of them is going to score a lot of goals and probably the other one ain't. But yeah, it's always about little and large, I believe. Like, this is why I'm pushing forward the Wirtz and Isak, partnership. I hope this goes forward in the next, few years, because I think them two will be brilliant.
Trudon said Phil Neal has won more Champions Leagues than Man United. That's true, actually.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Let's have a look at this thing. I'm going to try and go to the this lineup business.
I thought you're wearing a scarf. My God.
Yeah, I'm feeling Isak this week. Pause,
man. Pause that. Put that on the tracks, man. Come on, man. Allow that.
Yeah. I'm a happy man until we probably drop points to Sunderland in the big 6-pointer.
Yeah, we need to win this game, man.
Yeah, be positive. Be positive.
I've just got big concerns about this manager, that he'll revert back to type.
Everybody's saying that, man. Me too.
Yeah. All right. What formation do you think you should play? 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1?
The same formation we played.
I wouldn't change anything.
Huh?
I wouldn't change
anything.
What?
No.
What did he play last time? 4-3-3.
He played 4-2-3-1, innit? That's what he did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll keep it as that.
Because what happened in the game against West Ham, Monks? What happened in the game against West Ham? He dropped everybody back 5 yards, if you know what I mean, when we haven't got the ball. So basically, we don't leave a big gap in the middle anymore. Because if you look at the other games that we competed in the season, guys, there's always gaps in the midfield, which the opponents exploits, and they get a goal out of that every single time when they're counter-attacking. But what Arne Slot did in this game, he told us McAllister, Soboslav, Wirtz, and Gravenberch, when we haven't got the ball, make it congested in that midfield, so they don't have any gaps to get past. And that's what we did, man. I think a lot of credit should be given to the team. I think in regards to the way we performed, because I've been hearing a lot of people saying West Ham were bad. No, because Liverpool didn't let them play. That was the true reality. And I don't think they're getting enough credit for that. Because West Ham, like I said earlier, they were in a good form before they faced Liverpool. They were in a winning run, and plus a draw. Like 2 wins, I think, plus a draw. So that's a good form from a team. And going away to the London Stadium, West Ham Stadium, and performing like that, the players and the head coach should get credit for that. I don't understand why everybody's saying we're playing a bad team. It's weird. Very strange, man. These are the teams we normally actually lose to anyway. So now we're beating them. They're a bad team. Come on, man. It's crazy.
Shit, innit?
Yeah.
So Allison comes in, then obviously Allison keeps his place. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does Gomez keep his place?
100%.
You know what I mean? The ship is
100%.
coming back from the water, guys. The ship is getting pulled out of the water now. You know what I mean? So Gomez has to play, man.
Yeah, have to. Only thing stopping Gomez from playing right now is injury.
Yeah.
Has to play every game now.
Of course.
Okay.
I don't care about what people are saying. I keep hearing, but if he plays, he's going to get injured. Then there's not going to be another centre back. Who cares? I mean, you're sacrificing wins because of your, thoughts of, losing a defender. We need to start winning. Could have been in a relegation zone if we lost again. You know what I mean? So stop that nonsense, man. The players have to play.
Exactly, man. If he's going to get injured, majority of the time he gets injured from the bench and in training anyway. So why not make use of him?
Play the guy, man. Stop all this overthinking like you're an expert at football. Allow that stuff.
I think we keep in. I think we change left back. I'll put in Robertson. I'm putting in Robertson.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I thought.
What's it? Sorry, go ahead, bro. Go.
No, I was just gonna say I was quite happy for Milos because I thought you put in a decent performance at Liverpool, and you mentioned about the midfield and how he settled with that. I actually thought that also helped with his game because the way he was actually going forward. I just can't wait for us to actually bring in a recognised good left winger because I think Milos Kerkez is going to excel because I don't know if you guys agree. I don't know about Gakpo and Kerkez as an actual overall partnership. But I thought Kerkez had a good game. And I feel like for me, if he's had a good game, we know what it's been like with Kerkez. He struggled a lot this season. So for me, if he does play, I won't have too many fusses because it's about rhythm for him. So I would definitely go with him in this game because I've probably got my own, probably Robertson to play against Leeds.
Okay. That makes sense. That actually makes sense, actually. So,
you know what it is, guys? If you look at Kerkez at the moment, yeah, he's a bit of a Robertson, isn't he? When he first started at Liverpool, how did Liverpool make Robertson like one of the greatest left backs in the Premier League history? They gave him time and patience. They didn't start him in every game. Obviously, they gave him 1 or 2 starts, then they took him out, 1 or 2 starts, then took him out until he got fed up and said, like, I have to perform on a consistent level to keep me in this team now. And then what happened? He flourished to be one of the best left backs of all time, with Ashley Cole and all these guys. That's what you got to do with Kerkez at the moment. There's no guaranteed place for him at the moment. He should be in and out of the team. I mean, you do good performance, okay. Next game, Robertson, and then you come back probably 2 games after that, and then you do another good performance. We'll give you another game. You know what I mean? You have to make him hungry. Otherwise, if you keep catering to him, those bad performances are going to come back. You got to make him hungry to be angry, and that's how players always play better when they're angry. Look at Salah. I guarantee you, when Salah comes back into the team, he ain't going to be the same Salah that was playing before. Recently that was struggling. It's going to be an angry Salah. It's going to be hard-working Salah. It's going to be goal-scoring, creative Salah. That's what you're going to see. You got to make players hungry and angry, man. Because for them to stay in the team, you got to tell them there's no guarantee in the team. You know what I mean? There's no I in the team. It's a team as a whole, collective. You got to work. You got to have chemistry on the pitch. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what you got to do. For me now, in and out the team for Kerkez until he could find that rhythm and understand why we bought him.
Real Reggae says if we play 4-3-3, Gakpo is too wide to let Kerkez have space. The 4-2-3-1 allows him the space as Gakpo comes inside. That's true. That's true. I agree with that. That's why I changed it to 4-2-3-1. Right, so Gavin Birch is going to be in, obviously. Gavin Birch will be in. But you know what? I'm changing his partner to Jones. I'm changing his partner to Jones, yeah? Oh, you wretch. There you go. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
different.
That's about that. Not about shout at all.
Yeah. Right. So let's go for the forward line now. Does Salah come back in, or do we keep Verts?
I go for Bosley on the right again.
Was he in the right, or was Verts on the right?
Soboslai.
So.
Yeah,
Verts was on the right, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we'll go Bosley on the right then. Because I think Verts
I
had a
think we go with Salah, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, and Isaac.
Don't change much in the team in it that won recently. Like you got to like still
I
have
think
that, have
he will
that, have
drop
that
back.
momentum in it.
He'll
But
drop
wouldn't
back.
you have, but wouldn't you have sort of like Salah on the bench to come off?
Oh
Or
yeah.
would you start with Salah on the right?
I'll keep Szoboszlai because I actually liked the role he picked up. When I watched Valverde play for Real Madrid and he was actually playing off the right, he can do the Valverde role where he starts off the right, can be the engine on the right, and also can tuck in and help out in the midfield as well. I just think Szoboszlai for me is the first name on the team sheet. He's been levels above every single other player in this team this season. I have one concern about Dominic Szoboszlai. I don't know if you lads agree. When it comes to the latter stage of the season, we've seen a lot of our midfielders become tired. Alexis McAllister, Brian Gravenberch. As much as I think Szoboszlai's engine is fantastic,
Yeah.
at some point I will be looking at and thinking, where can we get a rest here and there? Because Szoboszlai is going to be just as important now, even more important come the back end of the season.
Because which game you seen him getting a rest? Because I think this could be the ideal game to rest him in. So let's say you take out Szoboszlai, you have Salah, Wirtz, let's say Gakpo and Isaac. Because remember, we going into Leeds Saturday and then we have Inter Milan on Tuesday. So that means if Szoboszlai play 90 minutes in the space of 8 days or 9 days, that could be very detrimental for us. Right. So we have to kind of manage his minutes because he ran a lot Sunday as well. And where is he going to get the rest in between these two games and our Champions League coming up?
If I'm the manager, I'm saying to Szoboszlai, can you do a job for me for 4 or 5 more games? Because after Christmas, there's 5-6 games between now and Christmas. If he can do a job for just those 5-6 games, you're looking after the games after the Christmas. You've got Wolves, Leeds, and Anfield. Those 2 games in particular, I think he can be dropped and rested in. And then I think after that, there's the FA Cup third round. So if I'm the manager, I'm just saying to Szoboszlai, just do one little run out before Christmas, and then you've got 3-4 games on the bounce where Liverpool should be able to beat Wolves, whoever we get in the FA Cup. What about Dominic Szoboszlai?
Yeah, where's Uncle Rose gone? Oh, okay. So what are you saying about Szoboszlai? You saying like rest him or something? Is that what you said?
Yeah, where we seeing him getting the rest? Because
there's nothing. We've got nothing. We've got nothing left. The first thing is what you're getting, mate. Like I don't think we're in a position to change up players because not everybody is pushing anybody on the team anyway to get their position. Who's actually fighting these players apart from Chiesa, we can see on the bench. Who's actually pushing Salah? Who's actually pushing, Gakpo? Who's pushing the guys in midfield? You could say Jones and all that stuff. But how about if Jones comes in and the team reverts back to, not winning as well? So if we're changing too much in this game, it could be the detriment of the team. Let the team. This is the first time they play together, right? In this season, the ones that beat West Ham. So let them build a little bit of momentum in it. Let them start winning games. And then, there will be a time you're going to see on the pitch, you have to make some changes and just, use the squad in that way. Because every player that comes in, if the team is winning, that means they have to put a high performance. When you put a high performance, that means you still win, right? That's what you do. Because if you put a lower performance, that means you're part of the problem. You don't want to be part of that problem. So if Jones comes in when we're winning 3 or 4 games and replaces McAllister or Gravenberch, that means he needs to put his levels high. Because if we lose those games, everybody's going to say, oh, Jones came into the team and that's why we're dropping off and all that stuff. So we need to put ourselves in a situation like we're winning games, guys. And this is why I just say keep the same team, see what's going to happen in the next couple of games. Make it at least give it a 3-game win or something like that until we start changing players, if you know what I mean. Because as I said, if any player comes in after those 3 games and the form drops, then you know who to blame at the end of the day. I mean, so yeah, that's what it is, man. Everybody has to fight, man. I mean, nobody should be guaranteed a spot. That team won, let the rest of them earn their place in the team.
No, I 100% echo what you're saying. I think my counter to that would be about, how do players pushing players. I think that ultimately comes down to the manager for not letting the players actually be given a chance to be able to push other players. Hence why we've seen the likes of Chiesa, etc., Rio and Gamoa, etc., all always on the bench and just being thrown into the deep end when we're 2-3-0 down.
This is why I said he's going to get sacked, this manager. I mean, I was, you know me, when we first met, I was pro Arne Slot. I was giving him compliments. I was praising him in every way. Then recently, I just realized this guy's going to get sacked, Seriously, I'm serious, guys. He's going to get sacked. And I'm going to tell everybody, I know you don't like to hear that. I told you so. Because of his arrogance. Me and JP discussed it earlier. He's too arrogant. He listens to the outside world. So imagine, let me give you a scenario. Is a scenario when you're giving something? Let me give you this, Say he brings in Chiesa, Gomez, Endo, all these guys that haven't played for a while and the team start winning. Do you think he's the type of manager that will like criticism? No, because this is why he's willing to sacrifice willing to prove us wrong. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? We're losing games. And sacrifice that to not win because of his stubbornness and his belief, as he says. He says he believes in a certain way of football, and he doesn't like to stray away from that. So imagine all those players come in and Liverpool start winning games, and then the backlash he will get. Do you think he's going to sit there and take it? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. He does not want that. That's why Chiesa is not playing. It's nothing to do with the talent of Chiesa. He does not want to play him because he doesn't want the backlash if we start winning and we say, we told you, like we did Gomez the day before yesterday. We said you should have started Gomez a long time ago. It's a bit too late starting him now. We told you. Imagine that a lot of players come in and do the same as Gomez. He's going to get a big backlash, and he does not want that. He's too arrogant. That's why I said he's going to get sacked. I'm telling you guys, watch this space. This guy is so dumb, he'll get sacked. I'm not lying, man. He's dumb, man. He's dumb. I always give it. I had a fight with Uncle Ross because of this guy. You know what I mean? Not fight, but me and Uncle Ross had a disagreement. Uncle Ross tried to wake me up, and I said, nah. He's better. He's going to get better. Then I realized I'm fucking wrong. Uncle Ross was right. The guy is all over the place. He's got no experience in life, in football, because if you're letting the outside world influence you as a head coach, especially when you won a league, because they're telling you this, you won the league with Jurgen's team, you won the league with Jurgen's formation, then you cut the cord, man. Cut the cord.
Yeah. The thing is about it, his answer should have been, so what? We need to win the Champions League with Gerard Houlliers team.
So what?
And what?
So
you know
what?
I mean? It's just like
cut the cord, bro. Cut the cord, man. Allow that.
I mean? Sometimes people.
He will go back to this dumbness. I'm telling you guys, he will go back to that dumbness again. Just watch this space. He'll go back. He'll sneak it in somehow. Let me go back to my formation. Let me prove them wrong, kind of thing. He can't help it. When people can't help themselves, that's the kind of manager he is. He just can't help himself.
No, facts, because he's sorry. Yeah, now go on, come on.
No, got you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, Fozzie speaking facts, because he did it again. He changed it up for Villa and Real Madrid, and then revert back to Cyprus. And we got our asses handed to at Brentford. So I expect to do it again against Sunderland. So
we gave him chances, bro. We gave him chances. We gave him the chance before the Man United game. Remember, guys, he went to Dubai instead of analyzing what the hell's going on during the season. Came back for the Man United game. What did he do? He's still stuck with that formation, and we lost to Man United at home, guys. That's a crime, man. That is a crime. And not only that, Maguire having a man of the match performance and scoring the winning goal and sliding across Anfield like he's the Don. Come on, man. Call it a day, man. Call it a day.
The problem bringing Salah in is losing Dom defensive input.
Well, we haven't seen Salah and Gomez play together for years.
Back. If Salah plays grab, we'll have to cover, and we lose Dom's engine.
I understand where that comment is coming from, but the thing is, we haven't seen Salah. You know, listen to these guys here. I think we're harsh on Salah. Let me just, me included. I'm putting myself in that situation. Imagine having a consistent right back for years and years and years next to you that supplies you, that helps you out with the goals and assists and all that stuff, and you lose that, and all of a sudden you're getting Bradley, Frimpong, someone at Soboslai, you know, and then you're getting now Gomez. Like, you're just confusing the guy, you know what I mean, in the right back position, because you keep changing, chopping and changing. In order for you to succeed as a winger, you need a consistent partnership, right? Or am I wrong here, guys? Like,
yeah, of course.
So he hasn't had that. I don't think we looked into things like that. Now him and Gomez are back. Like, Gomez has been a right back when Salah has been here for years, isn't it? So sometimes Gomez did play as a right back. Maybe they could build a relationship because Gomez is more solid than usual. What's our kryptonite in normal circumstances? Long balls to the right-hand side and the defender losing the battle. Look, Gomez ain't going to lose no battles. Gomez has got everything in his tools to actually fight off things like that. So I love to see Gomez and Salah play in the same side, because I don't know what's going to happen. Because when they played together before in the past, it was good. You know what I mean? When he was covering for Trent at times, you never know, man. You never know. I think we're overreacting, overthinking things. And sometimes what I say to people is like, take a seat back and think before you say things. Because, you know, we're only reacting to what our fan base is saying sometimes. We go watch YouTubers, we go on Twitter, we go on here, but we don't really sit back and think, you know, if this happened, maybe Salah will play a better game, if you know what I mean. So I don't think there's enough like analyzing Liverpool by yourself as a fan. That's done, in my opinion. I think we'll just copy and paste other people's, you know, way of thinking, and that's the wrong thing, the wrong way of going about it. That's why I've always said, be yourself, man, because at the end of the day, whatever you say, it's you. You don't need to like say other people's, you know, way of thinking.
And Dicko said, I'll keep Mo on the bench, keep preparing for Mo going AFCON in 2 weeks. Next one says, I'll play Dom for 60 minutes and bring on Salah to face tired legs. That's a good idea as well. Verge, Dom, Grav, Mo should all get rested for family cup games. Was it gonna shock you? I think Endo leaves in January. Not really shocking, to be honest.
Oh, shocking. The guy's not playing games and there's a World Cup coming along. He needs to go get football, isn't it?
Yeah, Yo Love says, big up, lads. Yo Love, make sure you hit the like and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed yet. Also, Andika says, Chiesa will leave in January. YC, yeah. HR, needs to be starting regularly. Oh no, World Cup, yeah. So World Cup, yeah, needs to be starting regularly. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Isaac double tomorrow. Yeah,
won't be surprised. Probably this is the catalyst now, isn't it?
Spot on. 05 was Julia's team, Ross. Yeah, he was Julia's team in 05, mate.
Yep.
That's big facts. All right, let's put that there. Take it off a minute. I'm gonna bring back the actual. I'm going to bring back the lineup. We can finish off the lineup. Share lineup. All right, so okay, let's finish this off now. Let's finish this off. So Wirtz is a 10 then. You want Wirtz as a 10, yeah?
Yeah. Same role. Wirtz played for West Ham. He has to continue in that role. You're starting off in the 10, but you're drifting right, you're drifting deep, you're drifting on the left, you're playing as a shadow striker, you just have that free role, and your players trying to play through you as much as possible.
Mm. Right. Yeah, he's in there. Gap on the left again. You gonna have Gap on the left?
Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah.
He scored and created, didn't he, the other day? Although a lot of people said he didn't play well. Well, if you're creating and scoring, I don't know what more you can do.
You must be doing something right, innit? You've got to be doing something right, mate.
No.
Is Isak gonna be our striker or Ekitike?
It's time, innit? It's Isak now, innit? I think that that giving him time, it's gone now. He needs to. I think he's been told it's time to do it now.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time.
I like the way he conducted himself in the interview.
What did he say?
In post-match, he was like speaking about like how much he struggled and stuff. I like the mentality from him, because like even he knows like now, like, even as fans, like we know he should be delivering now. Like he knows it's time now, and you can tell by his celebration, like this is strictly business. I'm here to score goals. And in the post-match, it was just basically mentioned like how much like he struggled in terms of to get up to fitness and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I like the mentality from him in the interview, because no doubt it's probably been a bit of a struggle for him. No pre-season, barely but on your match fitness, picks up with a groin injury, not scoring goals in front of the fans. No, I like that from him, because it shows that he's mentally strong, and you saw that as soon as he joined the club. First thing when the guy asked him like, "Yo, what do you want to achieve when you're at Liverpool Football Club?" "I want to win everything," and that's the mentality to have at this club. So it is time for him now. I do feel sorry for Hugo Ekitike a bit.
I don't think you should feel sorry for him. I honestly don't think so. I think people are blowing too much on Hugo Ekitike. I think he's young enough, in he came in at 22. I think he's 23 now. He's not even in his prime yet. When you're in your prime, you're at 26 and etc. You know what I mean? But let him learn his craft, innit? Let him learn how to play as a striker. The best strikers in the world, Henry's and Ronaldo's and all these guys. You know why they became the best strikers? Because they played in more than one position, which led them to be a number 9 eventually, if you know what I mean. So let him play on the left, let him play behind the striker, sometimes go a striker. So let him do things like that, because that's a learning curve. If you look at Isak's career, it was similar to that. Remember, Isak used to play on the left, then he played behind the striker, then he played as a striker, then he went back to that's how you learn your trade. And this is at this age, that's what you're supposed to do. Be the complete striker instead of being a one-dimensional striker out of that number 9 that stands in the goal and scores a goal. That's why the best strikers that ever existed, look at Ronaldo R9. What was he good at? Going out wide, taking on people, going inside, going. He wasn't just a number 9 that just stays up front. Henry, what was he good at? Always on the left, cutting in, pushing the ball in the left-hand side of the goalkeeper continuously. This is how you learn football. Let him learn his. I think people are jumping the gun too much. Oh, he can't play left. How do you actually know? Because when he was at Frankfurt, Mamouche was in the middle and Ekitike was the left. But it doesn't. But the thing is, it's because of favoritism, guys. This is the problem we have, because he's everybody's favorites at the moment. Flavor of the month kind of thing. They want him to be the striker instead of Isak. This is why they get the confusion. We did not buy Ekitike to be the main number 9. We bought Isak to be the main number 9 because he's in his prime now. He's 26 years old. He's the future to score goals for Liverpool, because Salah is going to eventually not be that man anymore. So let Ekitike learn his trade, man. I think people are just blowing too much, around Ekitike and overthinking things. He's in a part of his career at the moment to improve as a player. Let him be, man. Let him be.
So are we happy with this squad? We're happy with this squad, yeah? 4-2-1-3 formation.
You only changed one player. Fine.
Sorry, what?
You've only changed one player. It's fine, man.
I was saying only one change.
Yeah.
We got Alisson Beck in goal. Yeah, he keeps his spot. Gomez keeps his spot at right back. Konate and Virgil, the two centre backs, keep their spot. Kirke keeps his spot at left back. Gravenberch keeps his spot in the middle of the park. And as I said, the only change is Jones coming in for McAllister. Because I think, as well as McAllister played the other day, he does need his rest. You have to start 100%. Trying to rotate players now and giving them sort of like rest. You know what I mean? So Bosley on the right again, he holds his place. Burtz holds his place as a 10. Gappa holds his place on the left as a left forward, and Ekitike holds his place as a striker. So yeah, if we play this team, we're slapping up Sunderland. I'm telling you, we're slapping them up. I'm telling you, we're gonna slap them up. You know what I mean? So hopefully he doesn't revert back to type as we kind of fear he's going to. Do you know what I mean? Just like stays with the team that sort of like
Salah starting for sure.
That he can sort of,
Salah, you're seeing it. Salah not benching 2 games in a row under this manager.
That's sort of like
surprised, wasn't he, man?
And Dicker said he would ultimately get himself the sack. I think you talked about, didn't you, Fad?
Yep, I did.
About that.
He's getting
Mo could be away for 6 weeks. Yeah, it could be. I don't copy and paste anything.
You know what? Sorry, carry on. I'll finish that comment and I'll say something about Mo.
Bun and was it Bun? Bun and
bread. Yeah.
Well, say born and bred Scouser, born and bred Scouser, and have my own understanding of the game with respect. Okay. So what was you going to say, Faz?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about Salah, guys. Salah, he's doing the wrong thing, in my opinion. Like, I think he could have been a Liverpool player for a few more years if he kept himself, away from international football. If you know what I mean, guys. Him playing international football, still traveling around, and still being the main man for Egypt, skipping, Premier League matches and all that stuff, while Liverpool should be challenging for the title with their best players and helping his situation, if you know what I mean. And at his age, he's 33, heading towards 34. Why are you still? Egypt is not going to win the World Cup. He's already experienced time in a World Cup. Why are you still playing a World, for the country? Why you should prolong your, career in club level? You get what I'm saying, guys? Like, at that age, don't play too much football, because you can see now he's decreasing because there's too much football in his body. He never gets injured, so he has time off. He's playing every game that he plays at his age, and you're still playing international football on top of that as well. That's too much. Prolong your career, bro. Skip one of those things, and I know, like, he's a king in Egypt and all that stuff, but there will be a time you have to quit. I mean, I know he's going to probably do it after the World Cup, but by that time it'll be too late, because his Liverpool career is already gone. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they're going to sign him to another season. They might sell him to the Saudi League in the summer. You get what I'm saying, guys? Like, just if he chucked that international football like a year ago, maybe he'll still be fresh and be more impactful in the games that we play now.
Sure. Reacts, who's on the scarf, mate? It's Alexander Isak, I do believe.
Yeah, Isak, man.
Yeah, I like that. And Dicker said, Julio give Gerrard his debut. He did. Even Gerrard were close, wasn't he? He was like a father figure to him, isn't it?
Julio was brilliant for the players. For the
that finish from Isak is difference between an out goal scorer and an average one. Yeah, true. That is true. I mean, the way he plays the ball is like he knew where the goal was. Footy, listen to
goal at the League Cup final.
Yeah. Footy, listen to Ekitike signing his new. He knew we were bringing in another centre forward. Yeah. Wayne says when it is Bradley back, because Gomez playing playing makes me be nervous. He's gonna get. I think they're back in training, aren't they? I think they're back in training now. They could be seeing them very, very soon. Just my opinion. I think this will be Mo's last season with us.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, innit?
I agree.
You know, and Wayne agrees with Antica. So, guys, in the chat, give me your scores for tomorrow night's game. Give me your scores for tomorrow night's game in the chat, and I'm going to ask the panel. I'm going to go around the panel and ask the panel as well. Footy, your score for Liverpool versus Sunderland.
If the manager doesn't revert back to type and he goes with like he did against West Ham, I think I fancy us to win 2-1. Isaac winner.
Cool. Copfather says 2-1. And Dicko says 2-2. Wow. Fuzzy, what's your score prediction for Wednesday?
I'll see a 3-0. 2 from Isaac. 1, hopefully Florian Wirtz get his first goal. A clean sheet. I mean, that's what they work towards. If you're giving West Ham no chances in the game, that means you've been concentrating on the defending, which is more important than any other area on the pitch, in my opinion. You keep clean sheets, you score a goal, you win games. That's it. So yeah, 3-0, man. I think the clean sheets are still gonna be that. It depends if he doesn't make those changes, like Footy said. If he sticks with the same formation, which is not attractive football, more hard working, I see a 3-0. If he's gonna go back to sneaking that attacking football again, then I see probably it's gonna be 3-2 or something like that, because they will score goals no matter what.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. Even though Sunderland is better than Nottingham Forest and PSV and all those other teams.
I think Andico saying the press conference is 9 a.m. tomorrow.
I ain't listening to that. I like that, man.
I think we'll get bullied all game. Sunderland are physical side. JP, what's your score prediction for tomorrow night's game?
Yeah, I mean, I expect a win either way. It depends on how the manager goes about. So for Tia and Fuzzy, kind of hit the nail on the head. If they make changes, it's going to be a difficult game. If we keep with the same side, I could see us keeping 2 clean sheets in a row, right? And then that will give Isaac the platform to continue his form. So it all depends on what the manager do. But we so much in our zone because of its being that focal point going forward, I believe. And whether Salah comes in, whether we don't make the changes, I think we'll have enough for Sunderland. And Isaac being off the mark as well, it will be a very difficult time for the Sunderland defense. So a winning goal.
No, it's just that sorry to cut across you.
Yeah, I'll read it too. I saw it there too.
And Dico was giving us jokes last night with his betting thing with Paqueta. It's just so funny. He said Paqueta currently putting a bet on Xhaka's yellow cards.
That guy, man, the way he's emotionally involved, that's crazy, man. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the bet on. Sorry, JP, carry on.
That was basically it, Yeah, I'm not seeing that Sunderland outfit getting any result. Like the only reason I'm seeing Sunderland getting something out of the game is like if you bench Wirtz and Isaac, like you make those 2 changes, like you put on Jones for Wirtz and you start at the TK. And, yeah, but outside of that, if you start Wirtz and Isaac, whoever personnel around them, we will get our win. Yeah, so
I'm going 3-0. And I'm going to really push my chest out and say, Isaac hat-trick.
Ooh, come on, Uncle Rod.
Isaac hat-trick. Yeah, I'm going for it.
Hair Power Borough, man.
Yeah, I'm going for it. He's at Hatching, man. He's at Hatching.
Isaac! Maybe we're gonna hear that. Isaac!
Yeah, it is.
We need to see more of this, man. We need to see more of.
What,
I like that. I like that celebration. These celebrations, like
Proper bad man.
Isn't it? It's one of them ones, isn't it? Paqueta has Paddy Pop, EJ. You know what I mean? Yeah, so listen, we've come to the end of the show, and thank you guys for joining me. Footy, where can I find you, my good friend?
Yeah, people can find me on Footy Reacts TV. I just recently started doing boxing content as well.
So on the same channel or different channel?
Different channel. We've got it. Yeah, it's called Combat Kings TV. So we do boxing content up there when I can, like when cards are about and stuff. So yeah, we've got a couple of streams coming up in the next few days. So yeah, thanks for having me on again, Uncle Man. It's always good to join the show.
Nah, man, you're always welcome, my friend. You're always welcome. While I see you in the chat, I'll just push you the link and you can just come straight in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bless up.
Yeah, man. Fozzie, my good friend, where can I find you, my brother?
Easy, like Sunday morning, mate. It says it's my name, Fozzie TV now. It's no longer LRFC, it's Fozzie TV. So you can find me on that one. And you can find me here, you can find me in Footy, you can find me anywhere else. I'm going around everywhere now. You know what I mean? So yeah,
worldwide tour, yeah.
I've finally become a tourist, you know what I mean? So so yeah, you can find me in any other Liverpool streams, you know what I mean? So yeah, but mainly Fozzie TV, that's my channel.
And Dicko says, is it Footy? I need top react, top the fake Jake Paul spar. Jake, I can't believe it.
I'm gonna do a watch along, and I'm gonna do a watch along to it.
I can't believe Jake Paul's fighting Anthony Joshua.
That's just money in it. It's money in it. Money talks, my friend.
Yeah, apparently he's getting about 50 million for that, isn't he?
There you go. There you go.
50 million for that fight. So I mean, and he's gonna get some licks off Anthony Joshua. Get some licks, man. You see, we did to Sola and got what's it, Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
Knocked him out in the second round, didn't he?
Yeah.
Straight right hand. Have that,
dangerous, man. That's the side of boxing I don't like. I don't like how a YouTuber can, who's a novice pro, can just jump in a ring with one of the greats of this generation.
Yeah, it's strange.
That's what's going wrong with it, man. Sports as a whole is, for me, the money's absolutely killing it. Not just boxing; it's every sport. It's killing it, man. It's killing the sports that we love, and it's sad to see, but it's not going to change anytime soon.
Nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it, bro. This is the it's not just boxing, even football. You know what I mean? The art of the game is gone as well. Like there's the art of tackling, the art of long range shots, top corner. When do you actually see top corner shots nowadays from the outside the box? You don't see things like that because head coaches stopped things like that. They're telling them we've got to walk it in instead of like taking shots and taking risks. So like it's not just boxing. Everything in the modern day that's changed for the worst. It's become too robotic. It's not natural anymore. And that's sad, in my opinion.
You know what I don't like? What I don't like at the day is that it's playing out from the back. I can't stand it,
You're on your goal line and you're playing it like when there's strikers there facing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that all about, man? Like, kick the ball forward, man, from a goal kick. Launch the ball to the other side. You know what I mean? Get the ball away from your goal as far as possible. Why is it so taboo to do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just I can't stand this bloody.
You rather can see the goal unks than do that.
Yeah, because like all it needs at the day is for somebody to really press you, innit? Press you, and then you lost the ball, isn't you? Do you know what I mean? That's happened to us so many times. He's not even putting on gloves on inspiring. Is that Jake Paul?
Jake Paul's just a tip, man. That's like me saying, like, going on YouTube tomorrow and saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna fight some professional box. That's what it is, man. It's Fuzzy put it right, man. The whole thing's just you speak about long range shots. I was actually watching a Coutinho compilation the other day. Man, oh man, I miss Coutinho.
Yeah, man.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I thought was so underrated at long shots.
Who?
That banger against Man City, Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah. It's too robotic nowadays, man. It's too much walking in the ball. It's bullshit they come out with. Even Pep Guardiola don't even play that type of football anymore. Have you guys noticed Man City doesn't play tiki-taka football anymore? You know what I mean, they're playing boring football now. You know what I mean, so you got to change, man. You got to change.
The thing is with Guardiola, Man City are just literally scraping past games now, isn't it?
Yep.
Like what the other day against was it Leeds?
Yeah.
They lost that year.
Yeah, it was 2-2 at one point.
And Leeds has chances after the 2-2 as well.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It just like literally nearly lost that. So listen, man. You know what I mean? It's like it's to me in the day, so like nothing's the same anymore. You know what I mean? I used to watch boxing on a Saturday night before I used to go out with Red Guttridge and Jim Watt as commentators. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bobby
Jim
Moore.
Watt,
Was it Bobby Moore back in the day?
Yeah, Bobby Moore.
Brian Moore. That's it.
Brian Moore. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Missed that, man.
I miss those days. Boxer had a stroke. Boxer had a stroke the other day fighting. It's dangerous sport. Joshua will potentially end his career. Yeah. Listen, make your money. Make your money. He's doing a shoulder taps. Got that. Look at the picture he puts up of sparring. As he's sparring, zero sweat. He's fully sweating.
Yeah, I saw that, and yeah.
Was that Jake Paul?
Yeah, he was sparring some heavyweight pros, and basically Jake Paul's like drenched, and the pros are like what's this?
What is this?
Have you heard about Usyk and Wilder? Deontay?
Yeah, there's no point in that, is there? That's another one. There's no point in him fighting Deontay Wilder. He
wants to beat everybody in this generation, innit? That's what he wants to do. He beat obviously Tyson. He beat Joshua. You know what I mean? He's beaten. What's the guy he beat recently? Dubois. So he wants to beat everyone that was a champion in this generation. So yeah, and I think he lost the belt recently, didn't he, as well? Because he's not fighting. So he hasn't got all the belts now.
Who's that?
Usyk, yeah. If you don't, they give you a time scale to fight again, and if you don't do that, they take away the belts in it for you. I think that's what they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because he missed the date of when the purse was. So Fabio Wardley is now world champion. What a story that is, by the way. Never had an amateur fight, only white collar. Normal lad from Ipswich, world champion now.
Who's that?
Fabio Wardley.
Oh, okay.
Absolute what a story. I love boxing stories like that. Like it's like Dylan White when he got shot in the head, and oh no, sorry, that was Crawford who got shot in the head.
Yeah,
and yeah,
that's the WBO and WBO title because it did
Roberto Duran, he never had amateur fight ever. He went straight to pro. Lost his first 15 matches, isn't it? Something like that. 15 matches, and then
I like. You know what, Unks? And Footy. I like this Fabio Wardley. I think he's got something about him. You know, he could take punches. You know, like heavy punches, and he's good. Obviously hit him back as well. He could, He's got the belt now. They gave him the belt now. Was it the IBF in it? IBF belt. So he's a champion now because he didn't meet up the mandatory defense against him. So yeah, he's got the WBO, not the IBF.
Yeah, it's like Joseph Parker. He just recently got done for testing positive for cocaine.
Wow. Some people can't help themselves, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, and for me, no. If it's an enhanced drug or no enhanced drug, for me, you should be banned from the sport. Obviously, he should have time to, to defend himself in the right manner. To case if if he hasn't done it, because we know there's been big athletes whose careers have been ruined due to stuff like this. But if he has, then ban him for life. Because for me, I don't agree with drugs anyway. But it's not the point.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I want to ask you guys? Like, what is the oldest belt in boxing? Like,
I think it's WBC.
Okay.
Yeah, probably yes. I
Proper,
think it's WBC,
proper WBC is proper. Like, for me, like the WBC, the IBO, WBO, the Ring magazine. I'm glad they brought back.
The WBO is a relatively new one, isn't it?
Yeah, like you got that. That's the thing with boxing for me. There's like 4 or 5 belts.
So yeah, too many now. Let's fight for one, man. See which one is the one, isn't it?
It's like, for me, I've always said that there should be one belt, a division, because there should only be one best, not 5 boxers who are the best. Do you get me? So it's like in football, there's only one first place. Do you know what I mean? So it should be the case.
It's saying here Lonsdale belt. What the hell is it? Lonsdale
belt. Yeah, it's like
oldest apparently. You know, the one that looks like an ancient kind of belt. You know what I mean?
I think that's the first kind of thing that you could.
Is this still one? Is it existing?
A Lonsdale belt is like it's like it's like a novice version of like the pros. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's kind of like the first thing you can actually win. You know what I mean?
Like the English title, the Commonwealth title.
Yeah, then the international title and stuff. But I think that's the first kind of thing you can win, like Lonsdale belt. You know what I mean? And then you go on to British title, as I said, British title, Commonwealth title, Intercontinental. Then you can go for world title, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Because all these, I think WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, I think they're all new belts, aren't they? They're not really.
No, they're relatively old. The newest one is like WBO.
Yeah, it says 2005 actually. I don't know why. Yeah. The reign began in November 17th, 2005. So it's a brand new one.
Wow. The IBF and stuff like that, they come a long time ago, innit? But I think WBC is the oldest belt, I think. Isn't it? In world boxing, that is. In world boxing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think.
Belts are belts, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
It's just too many.
Guys, I'm going to make a move. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining me this evening, tonight. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for
big up.
Oh, I think you're still here. I thought you left, bro.
Nah. Still.
I thought you did the smooth criminal thing. You know what I mean? Without saying goodbye, bro. What the hell?
No, you wouldn't move like that. So yeah, thanks to Footy and thanks to Fuzzy, thanks to JP, and also thank you to everybody in the chat. Okay, that was joining me this evening. Anybody in the chat that hasn't actually liked the video yet, like the stream yet, sorry, please hit the like now. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe as well. So do everything as well. This guy here, I know he's a new one. If you lose, does he get sacked? I think he's talking about Arnie. Well, that's a big question. All right, let me go around the table quick before we go. Footy, if he loses, does he get the sack?
He should get the sack.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he will.
Okay. Fuzzy, if he loses,
there's no doubt, man. Like enough now, isn't it? Enough, man. That's too many games now. He has to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
JP,
he might not.
Have to. Yeah. I mean, come on. After Sunderland away in Anfield, what going on? Nah, we have to win these games. No room for error until we meet Arsenal, in my opinion.
Exactly, bro.
Okay, so I am literally going to make a move now because I'm feeling a bit tired. So anybody in the chat that hasn't liked the video, like the stream yet, please do so. If you haven't subscribed and you're new, please do so. Please subscribe and hit me up in the comment section and all sorts. I'll probably be back on Wednesday now. I'm going to take a day off tomorrow. Well, today. I'm going to take a day off today. So I'll be back Wednesday. Hopefully, I might have 2 shows on Wednesday. You know what I mean? But I know I'm going to have a reaction show to obviously the game at 11:30. So if you guys are free, jump on and we'll have a say. Okay?
Man, anytime.
Anytime. So in the meantime, guys, everybody in chat and everybody that's watching, take care, love and respect, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace, love and respect.